on nicknames of national football teams, plus 10 for each correct answer, and the four different countries are from four different continents. Keep that in mind, it will be helpful. And as I said, send your answers only after the round. Moving on to question 1. So this country uses Les Equarius as their nickname to reflect an otherwise small nation trying to climb high. Which mammal's name does it translate to? You see the flag of the country here. If you don't get anything from that, um, try to think what can Equarius be the English equivalent of.
Will
Also,
knowing the name of the country help?
not really. But look at the fact that it has to be a small animal that is trying to climb high, and also it's a mammal. And try to think what could equalis possibly mean in English. Small mammal. Moving on to question 2. So which island country has the nickname Knights of St. John, as the Knights Hospitalier was headquartered here from 1530 to 1798? The flag you see here is not that of the country, but it's the flag of the Knights Hospitalier. It's an island country, and as I said, all four countries are from different continents. Rishabh Anand, please turn on your camera.
I will block hints on this.
Okay. Moving on to question 3. So this is probably the easiest of the round. The founder of this place, Prince Uttama, saw a lion at the island of Temasek and decided to name it after the Malay words for lion and city, which team thus fittingly used the lions as their nickname. Should be an easy one. Try to think of well-known translations of lion and city. Moving on to question 4. One of the nicknames of this country is Los Pericos, a creature found there exclusively. This creature also appears on the flag, making the flag part of an exhaustive list, which includes only one other country. Which creature is this? For this, I need a specific answer. If you can tell me the if you give me the broad answer, I'll give half. So if it helps, I want Asiatic lion, and in that case, lion will fetch you half points. Any team blocking hints on this? I'll give the other country if it helps. The other country is Nicaragua.
Why is the so exhaustive list related to the creature?
Not really. All right, we'll do a quick cycle back. So this is question 4. I want a creature, and I said a specific answer is needed. Question 3. Which team used the lions as their nickname? Question 2. I want an island country, and the flag you see here, I said, is that of the Knights Hospitaller. And question 1. I want a mammal, um, small nation trying to climb high. All right. Please send in your answers. I have received from team 1.
Roshan, please open your camera. And Shashwat, Shivam too.
Um, 3, 5. Team 4. Okay. Um, okay, I have received. Guys, you need to compile all answers together. Team 3 and team 4.
So, Bia, do we need to send you all the answers in one go?
Yeah,
Right
I,
from
I
1 to
said
36.
I said you have to compile all your answers, all 4 of your answers, and then send in a
Okay,
single
okay.
message.
Okay, Bia, okay. We got it.
Malayaj Quizmasters basically. Your score sheet has edit access for everyone, so please
Acha,
sort
acha,
that
एक
out.
second.
Okay, we'll just change.
Excuse me, Bia, but we did send you the answers after the round. So, how will you know that we have submitted if we like submit all the 36 in one go?
No, you don't need to submit all 36 questions. So there are written rounds and there will be dries. For the written rounds, you have to compile all your answers, and for the dries, you have to answer it over microphone.
What is dries?
We'll explain. All right, I'm moving to the answers now. This is
Is this Squirrel?
yes, this is Squirrel, which is the nickname used by Benin, national team of Benin. This
Malta में
Malta is right. This anybody got this?
Singapore.
Singapore is right. Lion is Singa and city is Port. Singapore. This was a
Sid,
toughie.
Sid
The list
question.
is flags with purple in them.
I don't know the
Yes.
future.
Yeah. So
Nick,
this is Cicero Parrot.
right?
Parrot would have fetched you half points. The country is Dominica.
Why is it not a Quetzal? Is it not called a Quetzal?
The Guatemala one is called a Quetzal. Okay. Team one got 20. Team two got 20. Team 3 10. Team 4 yet to open their accounts. Team 5 10. And team 6 0. All right. Is there anyone who doesn't know about bounce and bounce?
बोल दो एक बार just in case.
This is the most difficult task in a quiz anyway.
Yes, Priya.
You know?
We don't know.
Okay, cool. So, as you can see, there will be 8 questions, which you don't have to write anything in this. I'll say the question is for team one, and the question is, who is the current prime minister of UK? Um, say team two knows the answer, team three knows the answer, but it's a data to team one. So before going to them, I'll count. I'll give you a certain time, and if you know the answer, you have to write it down in the WhatsApp group you created. If it's correct, you get plus 10. If it's wrong, you get minus 5. That is bounce. And bounce is basically say team 1 passes and team 2 answers it correctly. Then the next question will be to team 3. I hope I'm clear. Guys, please mute yourselves. All right. First question to team 1. Natural skin absorbs some light and reflects the rest, which can lead to glare and impair vision. This particular item is supposed to prevent this by absorbing all of the light and also makes it easier to track balls mid-air. However, scientific studies have shown that these items don't really reduce glare but improve the ability to differentiate between light and dark. What is being talked about? Used by athletes of different sports including lacrosse and baseball. Which childish murderer, a National Hall of Famer, made this a trend in the 1930s? 2 parts, 5 points for each part. I want an object used by athletes of different sports, and I want a proper noun for the second part. Look at the fact that this item is supposed to absorb all the light. That should lead you to something. For the second part, there are ample hints, I believe. Counting for pounds. 5, 4, 3.
Bouncing, team 5.
Okay, team 5 is bouncing. 2 and 1. Bounce is closed. Team 5, please send in your answer. Unfortunately, team 5 got the first part wrong, so a -5 to team 5. Yeah, direct to team 1. Team 1, go ahead.
For the second part, we are saying Babe Ruth, and
Okay.
for the first part, we are saying that the black sort of cream that they put under their eyes, that sort of thing.
That will give you full 10 points. So these are basically black stripes under eyes. And this is Babe Ruth who popularized this in the 1930s. So plus 10 to team 1. Great answer. Direct to team 2. The trophy you will see on the next slide was once the pride of Madras, but the tournament had stopped in 1998. Made by Sri Raja Rao Pradyumna, it holds a certain world record till date. Name the trophy and what sports is it associated with? What world record does it hold? So three parts. For the first two parts you get 6 points, and for the third part you get 4. The second and third part can be worked out from the image itself. The name of the trophy is trivial. Look at everything in the image. Whatever the guy is holding, look at the trophy as well. That should lead you to the sports. And the record can also be worked out from the image itself.
Text पे जाओ ना.
Don't think text is much helpful. Three parts. Counting for pounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. No one has bounced. Team 2, all yours.
We're guessing the sport is polo and world record being the largest or tallest trophy.
So you are saying a polo, tallest trophy, okay, and
And
the name of the trophy?
passing on the name.
Cool. Team 3. Team 3. Rishabh, Ritik, anyone? I'll pass you
No,
guys in 3, 2.
no.
Okay, cool. Team 4. Team 4. Aniket, Prakhar.
No idea, sir.
Team 5.
तो ट्रॉफी तो हम लोग प्रद्युम्न का गेस करेंगे. स्पोर्ट इज पोलो और वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बीइंग द टॉलेस्ट ट्रॉफी.
Okay. Team 6.
यस, ट्रॉफी का नाम है कोलंका और ये एक पोलो ट्रॉफी है.
Okay, and what all record does it hold?
आई थिंक ये एक पोलो ट्रॉफी है और उस ट्रॉफी का नाम, उस मतलब सीरीज का नाम है कोलंका कप.
Okay, how did you work it out? How did you arrive at Kolanka?
कोलंका भैया पता था पहले से.
Acha, and how did you know which sport?
पोलो.
Achha,
भैया hello, he's literally reading it out. अब क्या और क्या ही करना है.
ये मतलब ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि तुमको उसका रिकॉर्ड पता ना पता हो और उसका नाम पता हो.
नाम पता हो.
वो ये ट्रॉफी उसके लिए फेमस है, उस रिकॉर्ड के लिए.
Sorry, we have to disqualify team 6. So yeah, I'll give team 2 7 points for getting polo and tallest sports trophy in the world. plus 7 to team 6, team 2. No one else gets any point. Direct to team 3 now. The lady you see on the next slide finished third in the 100-meter freestyle at Paris in Paris 1924 and won gold in 4 into 100-meter relay. But her moment under the sun came 2 years later when she became the first girl to do something in 14 hours 31 minutes, beating the men's record by 2 hours. Who is this lady and what did she do? The lady in the middle did something in 1926. Upon returning to NYC, 2 million people greeted her, and the then mayor of NYC compared her achievement to a miracle that apparently took place sometime in the 1250 BC. What did the mayor compare her achievement to? So, 3 parts again. The name of the lady is trivial, but the other 2 parts can be worked out. Look at the fact that it took 14 hours 31 minutes. Once you figure that out, then look at the fact that the mayor compared her achievement to something that apparently took place in 1250 BC.
Where whose direct is this?
It's a direct to team 3.
Shouldn't it be the team after which you disqualified because they the bounce still even though you did not allowed points, but the bounce still went till there, right? So
Don't listen to.
I mean, it's not benefiting us anyway. Like
The bounce didn't count.
No,
no,
we'll
what I'm saying, because that question did not go through all around, right? So for
no,
fairness,
we'll give it. It'll be direct to team 3 only.
okay.
Pounds closing in 5, 4, 3.
Bounce to team 4.
Okay. 2 and 1. Pounds closed. Team 4, please send me your answer.
Yeah, we didn't pounce here.
Yeah, we did not pounce. It was another team.
Sorry, team Rishabh is in team 3. Team 3, it's your direct. You can speak it out loud. Yeah, go ahead. Team 3. Team 3. I'll pass you in 3, 2.
Not knowing.
Okay. Team 4. Team
We
4.
are going for the achievement fastest to cross the English Channel.
Okay. And the who is the lady and what did the mayor compare her achievement to?
The lady is pronounced by Ederl, Ederl.
Okay. And
The last part is not known to us. Sorry.
moving on to team 5.
एक सेकंड बस.
Team 5.
ठीक हाँ ठीक हाँ हाँ तो second part तो she did what did she do is cross the English Channel, the
Okay.
fastest to cross English Channel. May I compare her achievement to we are saying feats of Joan of Arc. We
Feats
compare
of
it
Joan
to
of Arc.
Joan of
Okay.
Arc. And first part तो we are saying Jane maybe Jane Doe से Jane.
Jane. Okay. Team 1.
We are saying crossing English Channel. Whatever those guys said, Erdl, EDERL, whatever. And for the achievement, we are saying this is Moses crossing the Dead Sea.
Nice chimping. I'll give you full 10 points. This is someone called Gertrude Ederle who crossed the English Channel. The second part is, and the third part is Moses parting the Red Sea. So
Yeah.
plus
How many points do we get?
plus 6 to team 4 and plus 10 to team 1. To team 2. A documentary about this short-lived ABA team titled Free Blank, Blank Length Indicative, was presented by ESPN as part of their 30 for 30 series. Owned by the Selna brothers, this team was the only one to stand against something from 1976 and thus started a deal often called as the greatest sports deal of all time. Which team is this whose name can be arrived at by adding a single letter to something that made a historic first possible in the 1920s? And what did they stand against in 1976? Two parts again, part points going. Team 4, please ensure both your hands are visible throughout the quiz. Try to fill the
What's
blank.
ABA?
American Basketball Association, if it helps. Okay, so direct to team 2. Pounds closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. No one has bounced. Team 2, all yours.
Hence,
Okay, for the which part do you want hint for? For the first part?
Give for both parts.
both parts.
All parts.
Both
Okay, so whatever that historic first is, it took place in 1927, if it helps. Um, and I don't think I can give any more hint for the first part. For the second part, um, you have never heard of, as in ABA is not famous. Think of the more famous counterpart of it, and then try to build on that. Why ABA is not famous? Think of that. What is more famous? More hints? Any team blocking hints?
Can you repeat what you said for first part by the hint?
Yeah, I said whatever the historic first is, it took place in 1927. I'm giving an additional hint for the first part. Whoever that guy is, his his kid also became famous or infamous few years after that historic first was the history first took place. Team 2, I want an answer now.
Yeah, for the second part, we're guessing they stood against all basketball players being white, as in blacks not being allowed to play.
Okay.
And first part, पता नहीं, televisions ऐसा कुछ.
Okay. Team 3. Team 3. I'll pass you in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Passing on to team 4.
I'm guessing the team is Boston Celtics, and
Boston Celtics.
historic
Okay.
first, historic first is
I
pass,
don't want the
and
historic first. What did
uh,
they stand against?
they stand against, I guess, the मतलब कहते हैं drafting of players in NBA formation of NBA, I guess.
They stood against formation of NBA. You are saying.
Hmm.
Okay. Team 5. Team 5.
One second. Second, second part, so we are saying they were against the draft picking system of NBA, and first part, so we are saying craft. I don't know, पता नहीं.
Team 1.
Will
Pass.
pass.
Okay. Not giving any points to anyone. So this is the person who achieved a certain first was a guy called
Is
Charles
this
Lindbergh.
is this Lindbergh? हाँ, उसका plane है क्या ये?
Yeah. So his plane was called
We
Spirit of
couldn't
St.
recall
Louis,
that.
and this team is called Spirits of St. Louis. And this is basically ABA NBA merger. So we don't know about ABA because NBA took all the teams under ABA. This is the only team that didn't come under NBA back then. Direct to team 3 now.
Shashwat Bhaiya, Shreyas Bhaiya has also come, so he'll be team number 6 as
Okay,
lone
okay,
wolf
cool,
because that
cool,
has been.
cool. Team 3, direct to team 3 now. One of the Indian cricketing double internationals, he represented India in Davis Cup in 1922 while studying in Cambridge. After returning to India, he joined Madras University as a professor of agronomy. Who is the sports person whose autobiography, Ramblings of a Games Addict, talks about the earliest days of Indian cricket? While working as a professor, he taught both cricket and agriculture to a student who went on to bring a revolutionary change. Who was the student? One of the three Indians, along with Gandhi and Tagore, on Time magazine's 20 most influential Asian people of the 20th century. Two parts again. The first part deals with sports. The second part is Janish. Look at the fact that he brought a devolution.
Blocking for
No
second.
hints on second part.
Direct to team 3. Pounds closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Team 3, all yours. Team 3.
Maybe the second part is Bankim Chandra Chatterjee or first, I don't know. Wait.
Okay. Team 4.
Second part is CV Raman, and
Okay.
first part cricket. No, we don't know.
Okay. Team 5.
Second part we are saying MS Swaminathan और first
And
part एक
why?
second बता रहे हैं.
Why do you think it's MS Swaminathan?
Second part
Yeah.
Green Revolution.
Okay. And
हाँ
first part?
हाँ first part एक second बता रहे हैं. हाँ पहला बात तो we are saying पटौदी होता है कि पटौदी.
M. Ki Batodi. Okay. Team 6. Yeah. Pausing. Team 1. Team 1.
What did Team 6 say? Did they give an answer?
No. He said
Acha,
pass.
okay, so for the second part, we are saying Hargobind Khurana.
Okay.
And for the first part, we are saying pass.
Team 2.
We're going with CK Naidu and Swaminathan. That Green
CK.
Revolution guy.
Okay. Okay. Team. It was Team 3's direct. So plus 5 to Team 5 for getting MS Swaminathan. And this is someone called Kota Ramaswamy. The other two double internationals. Double international basically mean someone who has represented their country in two different sports. So Kota Ramaswamy, as you see, he represented India in Davis Cup as well and played cricket. The other two are MJ Gopalan and Yuzvendra Chahal, who represented in chess. Plus 5 to Team 5, direct to Team 6. In his own words, the inspiration behind this iconic clothing accessory of his was the cheap trick guitarist Rick Nielsen. In the next slide, we will see an image of the guitarist, which accessory of which Australian sportsperson is being talked about. I'll show you the image first. Concentrate on the guitars. That's the biggest hint. The guitars. Okay. This guy is best remembered for his iconic celebration that has now become a norm. After beating Eva Lendl in 1987 and winning the Wimbledon, what did he do for the first time? In 91, with a not so serious guy from the same field, he performed as a band for a charity. What name was given to this band? A play on a Kubrick movie from the late 80s. 3 parts. I'll give some time on this because there are 3 parts. First, try to work out who the guy is. Australian. Also from Wimbledon, you should have guessed the sports. I said concentrate on the body of the guitar. Whatever you see there is the body of the guitar. If you want hints, feel free to ask.
Show the question, please.
Please give hints.
Okay, for which part do you want hints? As in,
All
I can't
parts.
give hints for the for the person, obviously. I'll give hints for the third part. So first, figure out the movie, and then change the last word aptly from something that all sports person of that particular sports must use. So it's something. It's equivalent to cricket. It's equivalent to a bat in cricket. Think of that.
Blocking hints. Blocking hints.
Bounce closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Team 6.
Yeah, so the tennis player is Pat Cash,
Okay,
and
and what's his accessory?
that should be the racket. And
So you were
the
saying so for the first part you were saying racket and podcast, right?
yes, and for
Okay.
the third part, I would say eating the grass
Eating the
after winning
grass
the.
is the second part, okay? And third part?
Okay, third part, play on. No, I'll pass for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Team 1.
Uh, okay, so you need just the accessory or the name as well.
I want the accessory as well. So it's obviously not racket. It has to be. I said it's an
Wait,
iconic
wait,
clothing accessory, right?
wait.
So
पास कर दो भाई.
Pat Cash's headband, eating grass, and full metal racket.
Pat catches headband, eating grass, and full metal racket. Okay. Team 2.
Something else so fast.
We're guessing his socks.
Okay.
Pat Cash's socks. He
Pat
ate
catches.
the grass. He ate the court grass and full metal racket.
Team 3.
No, pass it.
Team 4.
We are. अच्छा हमारी बारी है ना.
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ तो accessories, socks, and playing guitar with the racket, and band full metal racket.
Okay. Team 5.
So we are saying second part to eating grass of the court. Third part के लिए क्या? एक
Second part,
ठीक चिम्प कर रहे हैं ना. हाँ अच्छा ठीक है. तीसरा पार्ट तो वो फुल मेटल रैकेट. और
हाँ.
फर्स्ट पार्ट के लिए वी आर सेइंग कि जो उसका हैंड टॉवल जो वो अपने उस पे वेस्ट पे रखता था
अच्छा.
वो इससे इंस्पायर्ड था मतलब उस
और सेकंड
गिटार
पार्ट
से उसके.
eating grass.
हाँ.
Okay. So I'll give 2 points to Team 6 for giving Pat Cash. I'll give 7 points to Team 1 for getting headband and full metal racket. The second part is
ये
climbing
मोहपात्रा
up
भाई
the
किस टीम में है?
team. I think he's in team 5.
ओके,
हाँ team 5 में.
और ये अपने पहले पूछ चुके हैं क्वेश्चन मोहपात्रा भैया की, उनको आया नहीं था.
So this is basically climbing up the players box in Wimbledon. Plus 7 to team 1 and plus 2 to team 6. Relate to team 2. The Cincinnati based company you see here is the maker of this coveted item for years. And they don't reveal any detail about the procedure. In fact, they don't accept orders for the same item from any other organization except the one they have tie up with. What item do they make? Surely a cause of envy. This three-time winner of the item first won in 1961 and violated the rule in the next year when he did not return it to the organizers. Though it caused an agitation, he finally agreed to never use it in public. Which South African is this? Direct to team 2. Pounds closing in
Yeah,
5.
team 6 is bouncing.
Okay. Please send in your answer.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Team 6, please send in your answer.
Just 1 second. Our WhatsApp web is opening still.
Okay. Okay, so credit pounds by team 6 plus 10 to team 6 on the pounds. Deduct to team 2.
We're guessing the winner's jacket for the Augusta Masters, the green jacket, and
Okay.
South African के लिए we're guessing Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus. Okay. Team 3. Team 3. Team 3, I'll pass you in 3, 2, 1. Team 4. I'll pass team 4 in 3. Okay, pass. Team 5. Team 5.
क्या बोल एक
Green jackets or pass.
Green jackets and pass. Okay. Team 6 has bounced. Team 1.
Okay, we are going with we are going with Augusta Masters green jacket and Van Peters.
Okay. So plus 5 to team 2 for Augusta Masters green jacket. This is someone called Gary Player who didn't return his green jacket. Team
ये क्वेश्चन
team 3.
मलेश ने बनाया था क्या?
नहीं मैंने ही बनाया है.
अच्छा, इस पे एक एपिसोड भी कर्ब योर एंथुसियाज्म है. एनीबॉडी हैज सीन इट?
मैंने एक क्वेश्चन बनाया है वैसे कर्व एंथुसियाज्म का बाद में.
अच्छा.
Okay, my last question related to team 3. The figure skater I will see on the next slide was tested positive for the drug trimetazidine, but she was allowed to compete as she is only 15 years of age. Who is this who won a team gold in Beijing 2022 and became the first woman in the world to complete a quadruple jump? This lady, due to doping scandals, her home country is not allowed to take part in any major sporting event till December 22. Thus, all the participants from that country are competing under the flag of a neutral team. Which team are they representing? So, this is the flag they use.
6 is bouncing.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Show me the text once, please.
I want who is this and what flag is she playing under?
Okay, I'm withdrawing my pounds.
Direct to team 3. Bounce closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Team 3, all yours. Team 3. Passing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 4.
Woman is Mickey Ando.
Okay. Okay. Team 4.
The team they're like the country they're representing is Russia, and they compete under the name ROC.
ROC is what?
Russian Olympic Committee, I guess.
Okay. And who is this?
Same team. Team
Any
4.
Yeah, who? As in, who is this lady?
McKendy. जो अभी
McKendy. Okay. Team 5.
Which
So
team
first part
Mickey
we are
Ando
chipping.
represent?
Mickey and we are saying whatever he. Team 5 ना?
हाँ हाँ बोलो.
हाँ तो first part chipping is saying that Mickey and और एक दूसरा part है बता रहा है.
ROC है second तो.
ठीक है. Okay. Nikki Ando and ROC. Okay. Team 1. Team 6. Sorry. Team 6.
Yeah, actually, I forgot her name. It was something with V. How do I explain that? I'll pass. I'll pass.
Okay. Team 1.
It's second part to ROC है and first part is something like Carolyn ऐसा कुछ.
Caroline. Okay. Team 2.
रुको ना यार.
Team 2.
Something. We're guessing Valentina Karpova and ROC.
Okay. It was team 3 direct. So plus 5 to team 4.
Mickey Ando from Japan.
No, it's not Mickey Ando from Japan.
दिखाना आंसर जल्दी दिखाओ.
This is someone called Emila Valieva.
Oh.
And plus 5 to team 4 for getting Russian Olympic Committee. That's the end of my part. Over to Ashutosh.
फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. सारे आंसर्स किसी मूवी से कनेक्ट करते हैं और बस व्हाट्सएप कर देना एक साथ.
Can you wait the minute break?
ओके. अभी 26 हो रहे हैं, 28 पे आ जाते हैं.
No break. Let's continue.
To the death.
2 मिनट ब्रेक ले लेते हैं.
Take a comeback by 28.
Okay, let's start. 28 हो गए. सबके टीम मेंबर्स हैं.
I guess
एक
all
सेकंड
the
रुक जा,
हाँ
एक सेकंड.
Just a second. Yasper has not. Yes, he has come back.
ठीक है, क्वेश्चन 1 पे चलते हैं. सासुत भाई. Extend Y is a 2017 romantic drama which depicts the life of a promising 18-year-old figure skater, Carly Allenson, who suffered from a rare form of cancer. The X and Y is the area in a skating rink where figure skaters wait for their marks to be announced after their performance during a figure skating competition. It is so named because the skaters and coaches often X to celebrate after a good performance or Y after a poor one. X और Y verb है. X और Y ID करने.
X and Y.
जो लास्ट पैरा है वो सबसे हेल्पफुल रहेगा. Okay, moving to question 2. Following is a clip from a documentary of a Romanian bare-knuckle boxer, Batley Gorman. Between 1972 and 1992, he reigned supreme in the world of illegal gypsy boxing. Several relatives of Bartley Gorman have become professional boxers in recent years, such as Yoel Fury and Tyson Fury. This documentary served as an inspiration for the odd voice and accent of a certain character from a 2012 blockbuster. You have to ID the character and give the name of the documentary. Where can you play the? Yeah.
When I get men in front of me, they try to kill me. They try to wipe me off the face of the earth. And the men behind them shouting at them, kill him, kill him, kill him. So, you know what I mean? There ain't no referee going to jump in, oh, he's got a cut over his eye. Do you know what I mean? Stop it. There's a cut over his eye. There's no stop it. Not if you rip my heart out, they wouldn't stop it. Before me, there's always been.
Show the text, please.
Where can we go? You can focus on the pauses and the accent of the of Batley Gorman to ID the character. Think simple. It's a 2012 movie, and to get the name of the documentary, it is a title associated with gypsies. A very famous title.
Did you give any hints for the documentary?
It is a title associated with gypsy people, usually sports person or political people.
One word?
No, 3. Where can you play the video again?
When I get men in front of me, they try to kill me. They try to wipe me off the face of the earth. And the men behind them shouting at them, kill him, kill him, kill him. So, you know what I mean? There ain't no referee going to jump in, oh, he's got a cut over his eye. Do you know what I mean? Stop it. There's a cut over his eye. There's no stop it. Not if you rip my heart out, they wouldn't stop it. Before me, there's always been.
Do you need any hint on the character part? Or are you blocking?
Blocking.
Block.
Okay, so moving on, question 3. X is a short story by Premchand about two noblemen from Awadh who were so engrossed in their love for a game that they neglected their family duties and failed to act against the real-life invasion of the British. In 1977, Satyajit Ray made a film with the same name based on the story, which won the National Film Award for the Best Feature Film in Hindi. The game's original name means four-limbed or four arms, referring to an ancient army division in Sanskrit. The game still has a worldwide following and became very popular during the pandemic times. You just give me the name, title of the movie and ID the game. Figuring out the game should be pretty easy. There were a lot of live streams and events of the game during the pandemic.
We'll block the game.
Okay, so moving on, question 4. Emmanuel Augustus is a former professional American boxer from Brownsville, Texas, who competed from 1994 to 2011. He was nicknamed Dash Dash Dash, taken from a 1975 movie of the same name for his entertaining boxing style and showboating manner designed to confuse his opponents. He was often penalized by the judges as they thought that the style was bad for the sport. Just give me the nickname. Where can you play the clip on the next slide?
Please show the text, please.
We'll show it once more. You can mute the audio. It's not relevant.
White Lamborghini Countach. Two of
Yeah,
them.
you can mute the audio. Okay, I think this should be enough.
Show the text, please.
Uh,
Okay. We are it in WhatsApp group.
okay, send me the answers in a compared form.
एक सेकंड 3 पे रुकना अभिषेक भी अभी आया। हाँ। ये तो अलग अलग क्वेश्चन है कि रिलेटेड है पहले दो पार्ट?
थर्ड वाले में गेम फिगर आउट कर लिया तो फिर मूवी नेम मतलब गेस कर
उल्टा
सकते
है, मतलब मूवी नेम फिगर आउट कर ले तो गेम फिगर आउट करना ऑब्वियस है ना।
हाँ हाँ।
हाँ।
थोड़ा सा 2 सेकंड टाइम देना।
फोर्थ क्वेश्चन पे एक बार जाना जल्दी।
Show me the first question if fourth is over. Or
team 4 and 5 please send in your answers. Rest of the team have sent theirs. Team 6 and team 4 I have not received an answer.
My answer is stuck on the net. Like रुक गया है answer. The message.
Okay, team 4. टीम 4 से कोई है यहाँ पे? हेलो। ओके 43 तक आंसर एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं उसके बाद नहीं करेंगे।
quiz is over now.
नो।
टीम 4 चले गए, टीम 4 के सारे लोग चले गए।
अच्छा। भैया आपने भेज दिया ना श्रेयस को ये?
मैं SMS कर देता हूँ तुझे।
हाँ आशुतोष तुम्हें मैसेज कर दिया मैं SMS।
हाँ आ गया। तो फिर आंसर पे चलते हुए आंसर शॉर्ट आउट। फर्स्ट वाला गेस
Crab and cry. Sorry,
नहीं
clap and
सेंड करा
cry. Weakest and cry.
है। आंसर के सेंड करा है। क्वेश्चन 2
Character Bane from Dark Knight.
yes and name of the documentary.
वन का पॉइंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या था?
वन का अगर आपने मतलब 10 और 0
अच्छा अच्छा, एक्स और वाई पे नहीं था क्या? ओके ओके।
अच्छा
नहीं मूवी नेम है तो फिर नहीं
दिया
दे
मेरा
सकता।
हाथ आप मतलब आधा वर्ड सही
मत दो that's not
हाँ मत देना this.
लेकिन
I'm against
नेक्स्ट
it.
क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं। ये वाला काफी लोगों का है। शतरंज के खिलाड़ी एंड चेस ये वाला बिगेस्ट ड्रंकन मास्टर।
Drunken Master.
ड्रंकन मास्टर ड्रंकन मास्टर
हाँ करेक्ट। तो फिर मैं मार्क्स अनाउंस कर देता हूँ। टीम 1 का 25 है, टीम 2 का भी 25 है और टीम 3 ने वाई ए आउटलॉक क्यों लिखा है, मतलब आंसर कैसे अराइव किया है थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन।
क्या लिखा है?
वाई ए मतलब आंसर तो सही लिखा है, मतलब ड्रंकन मास्टर, उसके आगे वाई ए आउटलॉ भी लिखा है, तो मतलब वाई आउटलॉ कैसे अराइव किया है, क्यों किया।
क्वेश्चन दिखाना।
थ्री वर्डेड आंसर था और आंसर सही है द ड्रंकन मास्टर, लेकिन उसके पहले वाई आउटलॉ क्यों लिखा है। कौन है
टीम 3
ऋषभ।
ऋषभ एंड ऋतिक।
लीव कर दिया क्या मीट ये लोग।
बाय मिस्टेक लिखा हुआ है, ये आउटलॉ लिख दिया है।
हाँ, why did you write why a outlaw? Can you please explain?
आउटलॉ एग्जैक्टली क्या कनेक्ट है वैसे?
Even we don't know.
लीव इट, आगे बढ़ो, छोड़ो।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है, cool.
टीम 4 ने तो लीव ही कर दिया था। टीम 6 का 20 है।
टीम 3 का कितना है टोटल।
टीम 3 का ये वाई आउटलॉ वाला मतलब वैसे
20 है 20।
20 है और टीम 5 का 25 है।
और टीम 6 20।
टीम 6 20।
अरे आर वी नॉट डिस्क्वालिफाइंग देम?
एक सेकंड।
I mean, that's his nickname. I can see on Wikipedia. Why Outlaw?
Okay, that makes it pretty obvious.
Disqualify करके move on करते हैं।
हाँ हाँ
हमने
ठीक है,
शायद
cool.
लीव कर दी।
वैसे भी लीव कर दिया शायद।
ये क्वेश्चन 1
Yeah, direct to team 1, right?
A was born on 12th August 1988 on Wythenshawe area of Manchester to Irish parents Amber and John. He was born 3 months premature and weighed 1 pound 450 grams. The doctors told John that there was not much chance of him surviving, and if he did, he would be extremely small and frail. When ultimately the child survived, John decided to name him after B, as he was a fighter who survived premature birth, which initially seemed quite ironic with his appearance. The name became quite apt in his sporting career later on. Identify A and B. स्पोर्ट पे कोई हिंट ब्लॉक कर रहा है? हेलो, टीम 1 का डायरेक्टर 500 ओपन है क्या? Any
Hello.
team bouncing?
Yeah, as a he decided to name him after B as he was a fighter who survived premature birth. So did B also survive a premature birth?
No, they didn't survive the premature birth. He did. Okay, Pounces closing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is anyone blocking on the sport? Okay, B was in the prime of his career during 1988, at the time A was born. And Irish parents है उस पे फोकस करो A पे. स्पोर्ट डिस्क्लोज करूं? कोई ब्लॉक तो नहीं कर रहा ना?
ए
हेलो
का मत करना, ब्लॉकिंग
मतलब स्पोर्ट दोनों का सेम ही है, ए और बी का.
ब्लॉक ब्लॉक
Okay, team 1 you're direct. Team 1
Sorry, I'm
RNB.
not. Yeah, for A we'll say Conor McGregor, and for B we'll say Jimmy Connors.
Okay, passing on to team 2.
We had the same guesses as team 1, so we'll pass.
Okay, team 3.
टीम 5 और 6 है, टीम 3 4 चली गई.
अच्छा, team 5. team 5 आधार भी है.
हाँ हाँ एक सेकंड.
जल्दी करो जल्दी.
पता नहीं, कॉनर मैकग्रेगर और एक पता नहीं, मोहम्मद अली यार, पता नहीं पापा.
Okay,
खाली
no,
खाली
team
खाली खाली
अच्छा team 6 बची.
खाली
Team
आगे
6
से तो
passing
खाली.
on to team 6.
Is it Tyson Fury and Mike Tyson?
Yes, correct. 10 points to team 6. Yes, Tyson Fury and Mike Tyson. Moving on to question 2. A few weeks after winning the basketball ID event at the 2000 Sydney Paralympics, a certain athlete named Carlos Revagado returned to the Paralympics headquarters. Furthermore, he returned his country's team kit and the 150 pounds they received for the Sydney trip and made an exclusive interview. What controversy happened after this interview, due to which the ID events were banned for 12 years? ID, intellectual disability.
What exactly do you need for the controversy? Explanation would do, right?
Yes.
Team
And a
1 is
certain
bouncing.
keyword.
No proper
The
nouns.
team 1 is bouncing.
Proper nouns.
हाँ.
ठीक है.
Bounce is closing in 5.
Team 2 is bouncing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Bounce is closed. Team 1 and team 2 send your bounces.
Did you say yes for the proper noun? I thought you said no.
I said yes. It's
Oh,
a
fuck.
certain keyword.
Sorry. Wait. Will retract. We are not bouncing.
Okay. Team 1, it's your direct. अच्छा टीम 6 ने आंसर दिया था ना पिछला टीम 1 का डायरेक्ट है
हाँ टीम 1 का डायरेक्ट है.
Achha, yeah, so we're saying they faked their disability. And the
yes.
team is team will go with we'll go with Romania.
Okay, moving on to team 3 4 and team 5.
ठीक है तो पहले पार्ट के लिए तो यही कह रहे हैं कि दे फेक देयर डिसेबिलिटीज थे नहीं एक्चुअली में इंटेलेक्चुअली डिसेबल और सेकंड पार्ट के लिए हम कह रहे हैं कि मतलब सेकंड पार्ट के कंट्री के लिए जो हम स्पेसिफाई करना चाहते हैं कि ये काजाकिस्तान टीम को बिलोंग करता था.
Okay, team 6.
Yeah, I'll go with the same reason that they made up their disability and all. And the country I would go with. You need the country, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'll go with Spain.
That's correct. That will fetch your 10 points.
Okay.
Team 1 will get 5 points for the part correct, and team 2 will get next. Okay, direct to team 1. Question.
Do we get any points?
Yes, part points 5. The official mascots for the 2012 Olympics and Summer Paralympic Games in London were Wellock and Manuel. Wellock is named after Much Wellock, a market in Shropshire, and Manuel is named after Stoke Manuel Hospital in Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. Give the funda behind naming them after these places. 0.5 for each. Sponsors are open. Try to connect the locations with history of Olympic and Paralympic Games.
Bounce.
Okay, team 6 is bouncing. Pretty easy question.
फोर्थ क्वेश्चन के बाद ऑर्डर रिवर्स कर देना.
हाँ. Okay, bounce is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bounce is closed. Team 1 direct.
टीम 6 ने पाउंस भेज दिया क्या?
टीम्स अच्छा अभी नहीं है।
फिर से एसएमएस कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? मेरा जा ही नहीं रहा है मैसेज, अटक जा रहा है, ठीक है?
टीम 6 का बाउंस आ गया तो टीम 1 का डेट ले लो।
एक पार्ट ही आया अभी उनका, सेकंड पार्ट नहीं है। टीम स्पेस भी ओके। टीम वंस डायरेक्ट।
तूने क्या बोला था? व्हाट डिड यू से? नेमिंग।
मतलब जो लोकेशन है उसको ओलंपिक्स और पैरालंपिक की हिस्ट्री से मतलब कनेक्ट करना है।
अच्छा, एक सेकेंड। we'll say the first edition of I mean लंदन में जब पहली बार ओलंपिक्स हुए थे तो it was held near Wenlock.
ओके एंड सेकंड पार्ट
And लंदन में पैरालंपिक्स भी जब हुए थे तो it was first held there.
ओके मूविंग ऑन टू टीम 2
We'll say something like this market was the first wheelchair accessible place in UK or something like that. And hospital part, yeah, same guess.
ओके टीम 5
ठीक है, तो पहला तो ये है कि जो पहले लंदन ओलंपिक्स गेम्स हुए होंगे वो मतलब मच वेनलॉक में हुए होंगे, मार्केट जो भी है। और जो स्टोक मैंडेविल हॉस्पिटल है ये पहला लंदन का फर्स्ट डिसेबिलिटी हॉस्पिटल है, मे बी दैट।
ओके कैन यू शो द आंसर? वेनलॉक ओलंपियन सोसाइटी जो मॉडर्न ओलंपिक गेम्स का इंस्पिरेशन है उसका पहला गेम यहाँ पे हुआ था वेनलॉक मार्केट में। और जो स्टॉक मैंडेलिव गेम्स होते थे मतलब जो मॉडर्न पैरालंपिक्स का जिस पे बेस्ड है वो स्टॉक मैंडेविल हॉस्पिटल में हुआ था पहला। तो फिर टीम 6 का एक पार्ट सही था लेकिन सेकंड पार्ट गलत था, तो फिर उनको नेक्स्ट और बाकी सबको 0।
Do we get any points?
नो, अगर आप वेनलॉक ओलंपियन सोसाइटी या फिर कुछ ऐसा मेंशन करते हैं आपने लंदन ओलंपिक्स। ओके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। In Germany, football clubs have traditionally relied on voluntary registered associations. The dash rule is a clause in the regulations of the German Football League which states that to obtain a license to compete in the Bundesliga, a club must hold more than half of its voting rights. The establishment of Rasenballsport Leipzig by X has caused much controversy in Germany over the effectiveness of this rule. RB Leipzig has been criticized for allegedly being founded as a marketing tool and has been rejected as a marketing club or a commercial club. Should we and give the company X?
Whose direct is it?
Nobody got it right. So
Team 2, Team 2.
Team 2.
Okay.
Pouncing 5.
Team 1 is
Okay, Team
bouncing.
5 and 1 is bouncing. Focus on the acronym of the club. It would help in finding X.
Okay, close the bounce, I think.
We're
All the
closing the bounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bounce is closed. I
डायरेक्ट
received
किसका है just so that we
team
know?
1's bounce and team 2 का direct. Team 5 ने भी किया था ना bounce?
हाँ bounce किया था.
Okay, I have received both the bounces. Team 2's direct.
We're guessing 51 for the Fed B and Red Bull for company.
Okay, we'll give it to you. It is the 50 plus 1 rule and the company's Red Bull. Next question. एंटी क्लॉकवाइज कर रहे हैं. टीम 1 का डायरेक्ट होगा. आफ्टर नहीं टीम 6 का डायरेक्ट है. After starting, sporting club was disbanded in 1878 due to the departure of British Army regiment from the city and rise of cricket and polo in the area. The members decided to keep the memory of the club alive by having the remaining 270 silver rupees in the bank account melted down to be made into a trophy, which they presented to the RFU in 1878. With the provision that it should be competed for annually, give the inscription on the base of the trophy, and name the 2 nations which compete for the trophy every year. Here, can you show the trophy? Yeah, so this is the trophy, and
Team 6 is bouncing.
okay. Where can you show the text on? Just focus on the fact that it would be an English sport, and if you know the full form of RFU, it should help you in getting the sport. Okay, closing the bounces in 5.
इमेज पे जाना.
Okay,
Back to
closing the
जाना एक
bounce
second.
in 5. I can show the text. Closing the bounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is team 6's direct.
Can I say the answer?
Yes.
Yeah. So the trophy is Calcutta Cup, and the countries that participate are England and Scotland.
Yes, correct. 10 points.
Wait. You wanted the inscript. You should have said you wanted the name of the cup.
It was the inscription.
Did anybody bounce?
And
Okay.
nobody bounced. Okay, Dash was the cover figure of for the football video games Pro Evolution Soccer 3 and in 2003 and PES 4 in 2004, appearing alongside compatriot Francesco Totti and Thierry Henry for the latter. He was the only person to feature on the cover of a video game series who was neither a manager nor a player and did not feature in either game. Fredby.
Team 6 is bouncing.
Okay, team 6 is bouncing.
इमेज है क्या इसका?
Image नहीं है. Try to think who could be on the cover beside a manager or a player. And he was still bounces closing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Team 5's turret. Team 5, other way. Hello.
Colino, we're saying referee asked Colino.
Where can you repeat? Hello.
रेफरी है वो बॉल का कोलिनो नाम बता रहे हैं
हाँ correct. 10 points to Team
अरे
5.
नहीं भाई,
I think so.
कोलिना है, कोलिनो नहीं है।
कोलिना मेरे को कोलिना सुनाई दिया।
चलो ठीक है, दे दो दे
ठीक है, कोई नहीं, कोई plus 10 to team 5 and 6, right?
Yes, yes.
Leverage the specific paint scheme and sticker design used in motorsport on vehicles in order to attract sponsorship and to advertise sponsors, as well as to identify vehicles belonging to a specific racing team. What is the funda behind X using the barcode livery for Ferrari instead of their logo, also IDX? Team 3's direct.
मतलब मैं तो ऐसा सोचता था तेज
Team
जाएगी।
One is bouncing.
Team 2's direct. Other way, please
team
mute yourself.
Team 4's direct, right?
Team 4 है नहीं ना?
अच्छा अच्छा, right.
Other way.
Team 2 bounce.
5 is bouncing.
Team 2 and 5 is bouncing. Think how could they benefit on
Team 2 का ही direct है.
Team 6 also is bouncing.
Team 2 का ही direct है. The image is a snapshot from the race. Try to figure out how it would look from naked eyes during the race. The closing bounces in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Team 2's direct. Team 2.
Yash Debraj.
Philip Morris, and they cannot advertise themselves directly because they're a company dealing with cigarettes.
Okay, passing on to Team 1.
Team 1 has all exception to all other teams has bounced.
Okay.
Scores बता दो बस.
Yes. तो आंसर कोई बता दो. कंपनी मार्लबोरो है और वो हाँ बेसिकली हाई स्पीड्स पे
अबे
वो
फिलिप मॉरिस इसका पेरेंट कंपनी है.
लेकिन आंसर मार्लबोरो ही चाहिए था क्योंकि मतलब जो एक्चुअल टैगलाइन थी वो इसमें मार्लबोरो की थी. So no points. 5 points for tobacco और ब्लर वाला पार्ट.
बाकी पॉइंट्स बोल दो.
बाकी सबको 10 points. Team 1 5 and 6. और टीम 2 को 5. The dash rule is a bellwether involving the national NFL games and United States presidential elections. It was named after the former name of the Washington football team, which changed in 2020. According to the dash rule, there is a high correlation between the outcome of the last Washington football team's home football game before the US presidential elections and the election. When the team wins, the incumbent party wins the electoral vote for the White House, and when the team loses, the non-incumbent party wins. The dash rule has been held for 71 years since the team moved from Boston to Washington in 1937. Just name the rule. Where can you show the
Bouncing
image?
team 2.
Bounce direct,
Team
na?
team 6 is also bouncing.
One का
Yes,
direct है ना.
team one's direct.
ठीक है.
The image is very helpful in figuring out the name. Where can you show the text? Team 2 and 6 are bouncing. Okay. Think about why would they change their logo and name in 2020? Closing bounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 1?
हाँ बताओ क्या.
Redskins.
Yeah, Redskin rule.
Yes, that's correct. Team 2 gets next and team 6 gets 10. Team 6 and 1. Okay, next question. Passing on to Malayaj.
वो क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट हो गया क्या?
हाँ हाँ.
अच्छा ठीक है, एक सेकंड बस. ये रिटर्न राउंड अभी स्टार्ट करना है कि कुछ ब्रेक लेना है किसी को?
Start कर दो I think.
ठीक है. So as I think you have seen the theme. So the answer contains a number. That is it. So yeah, आगे बढ़ा दिए. So in 1950s, East Bengal had a forward line comprising of Ahmad Khan, Appa Rao, P. Venkatesh, PBA Saleh, and KP Dhanraj, who played together for the club from 1949 to 1953. So during this golden era, East Bengal won 11 major trophies and had success in India as well as in foreign countries. So due to their sheer dominance in the domestic league, this forward line earned a special nickname which is remembered till date. So you have to tell me the nickname. If no one blocks, I can give you a little hint. Okay, I'll say that the nickname is from Hindu mythology.
Blocking.
No ends, no ends.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll move on to the next question. So in 1996 Atlanta Olympics, this was not a good year for American men in the 100-meter sprint. So NBC broadcaster Bob Costas opined that X, an American who ran to gold in a world record 19.32 seconds in 200 meters, was actually faster than Canada's Y, who won the 100 meter. So this debate of the title of world's fastest man eventually led to a weird competition between the two. So you need to give me the competition, and I'll say that the name of the competition is XY and the distance they ran. So for example, Border Gavaskar 500-meter race or something like that. So you have the surnames of X and Y, and then the distance which they ran. See that one was a 100-meter champion and another was a 200-meter champion.
What did you say? Repeat kar.
One was a 100-meter champion, other was a 200-meter champion, and the debate for world's fastest man had to be settled. So they ran a particular race, and the name was XY, and the particular number or the length which they ran. So it's like Border Gavaskar 1000-meter race or something like that. So you have to give me the surnames and the length. So I'll move on to the next question. So, whose autobiography is aptly titled Landing on My Feet? So, this title refers to one of the most iconic images or events in Olympic history. And you have to also give me the nickname attached to the said sportsperson's team. So, this is, you think about some iconic Olympic moments like landing on my feet and see that the theme is numbers. So, from there, you can get the nickname. Okay, I'll move on to the next question. So Saurav Ganguly in his debut Test series was not only did not only score a century in his first Test, but also smashed his second hundred in the following tests. So this Test was played from July 4th to 9th July, and July 7th was given as a rest day. So what was the actual reason for this rest day? So the number thing related to this question is just the year. So you don't need to think anything else. You have to give me what was the reason for the rest day. Think of the timeline. What else happens? What could have been the reason for the rest day? July the 7th. So the number connect is just the year in which it was played. Okay, now please send me the answers. I'll just go back to the question 2 and 1. Send me the answers.
इवेंट सेकंड क्वेश्चन में एक्स वाई पे कुछ पॉइंट्स हैं क्या और डू वी हैव टू गेट द प्रिसाइज इवेंट्स नेम
You write the answer. I'll see what can I get.
एक बार लास्ट क्वेश्चन पे जाना 5 सेकंड्स
Team 1, please hurry up.
भेज दिया
Okay. Okay, yeah. So can you shout out the answer? Anybody?
Pandavs.
Yeah, this is Pandava. So this is
Why Ben
Bailey,
Johnson?
Johnson, and 150-meter race. So the 100-meter winner was Donovan Bailey, and Michael Johnson was 200-meter and 150. So this is
अबे
Kerry
इसका नाम
Strug,
क्या है?
Kerry Strug, and
और
Magnificent Seven.
इसका
Yeah,
अबे यार
Magnificent
मैं
Seven. Yeah. So this I think and anybody didn't get this. So this is gentlemen singles Wimbledon final. It happens generally on the first or second week of July. So team 6 gets 20. Wait, no, team 6 gets 20. Can anybody update the score sheet? Yeah, team 6 gets 20, team 1 gets 25, team 5 gets 25, and team 2 gets 15. I've given half marks for one of the runners' name or the length of the race. Okay, so I'll move on to the bounce now. Shashwata, if you are comfortable, you can unshare and I'll share so that I can like control the pace of the quiz if you are comfortable.
हाँ कर लो.
Okay, is it visible? My screen, is it visible?
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so in February 1995, a certain Mark Bradshaw, after hearing a news of a person coming out HIV positive, gave an interview where he claimed that such negligence shouldn't be allowed in future competitions as it could possibly destroy the careers of many athletes for no fault of their own. So this is one of the excerpts of his interview. I was already settling myself to go. I was standing there, not really knowing exactly what to do,
Team
as
minus
I
one.
saw blood stains on the sides. Uh, so which incident I'm talking about a little less than a decade before this interview. So you have to give me, I need a proper noun in this and a bit of explanation. So which team pounced?
One is bouncing.
Okay. Focus on the fact that someone came HIV positive and read his statement in the code.
Whose director is this, Bhaiya?
Let me
Team
see.
5, Team 5.
Team 5. Okay, so I think Shreyash Bhaiya has gone because he has some urgent work. So I'll close the pounds now. So team 5.
Bouncing 5.
Okay, you
direct again.
you're direct, yes, sir. Go on.
So Monica Seles stabbing.
No.
Seles stabbing incident.
No, team 2. Team 2 answer.
हेलो तो
हाँ.
ये लुगानिस है और इसका बैक ऑफ द हेड स्क्रैच हो गया था जस्ट बिफोर द विनिंग डाइव मतलब डाइविंग
आवाज नहीं आ रही है, एक बार फिर से बोल दीजिएगा.
हेलो आ रही है आवाज?
हाँ, अब आ रही है.
ये लुगानिस है और डाइविंग के इवेंट में इसका बैक ऑफ द हेड स्क्रैच हो गया था बोर्ड से, स्प्रिंग बोर्ड से. and he fell into the water और वो basically he was complaining कि water contaminate हो गया होगा.
Yeah, so plus 10 to team 1 and 2. So this is indeed Greg Louganis head crash at the Seoul Olympics. He came out HIV positive in 1995. So I'll go to question number 2. So this country has won a total of 142 medals at the Winter Olympics. 129 of them have come from a single sport. The reason for such a domination is often attributed to a certain geographic features in the country where people utilize their way of commuting as well as practicing the sport. You have to give me the country and the sport and explain the reason. It's direct to team number 1.
Is it one direct?
Yeah, it's one direct. So anybody bouncing? Okay, I'll close the bounce. Yeah, please one go ahead. Team 1. Team 1. Answer.
We'll go with Netherlands and speed skating.
Okay.
And the reason basically it's very low lying and stuff. And so basically people skate to go to places. It's extremely good.
I need a slight improvement on your answer. So, like, where
For
do
the
they
second
skate?
part?
Yeah, for the second part.
Wait.
Okay.
अच्छा ठीक है basically हाँ बोल.
Do you have anything? I was just
Yeah, Deepak, go for it. बोल दे.
They might be next to some sort of current or something. So wait. So ice हो जाती है basically due to currents and low lying combination of that.
समझ नहीं आया मुझे क्या बोल रहे हैं.
They're next to some current, some sort of current and Labrador current or something like that, and low lying the air. So the combination of these two creates a lot of ice. That is what we're guessing.
Okay.
अरे दे दे close.
ठीक है चलो I'll give it to you. मतलब और दो ही टीम बची हैं और so अच्छा मेरा ही पास था. People skate on frozen canals and rivers because there are a lot of canals and rivers across Netherlands and Netherlands in speed skating. Okay, so third question. So Devinder Mohan and Prakash Nath were involved in a historic moment in Indian sports. Both being friends, agreed to a certain arrangement in order to achieve a greater glory. However, Prakash Nath, who benefited from it, later failed to secure this greater glory because he was distracted particularly by violent events that unfolded in his hometown. This greater glory was finally achieved by an Indian in 2001 when he defeated Chen Hong of China. Where was this arrangement and what is the greater glory mentioned in the question? So I think it's the direct to team 5, so you don't need to pounce.
Blocking all.
Okay. So think about the first part is slightly tough to guess maybe, but the second part can be answered. Because in 2001 an Indian defeated Chen Hong of China, so you can guess like in what all sports India and China compete generally. So what is the greater glory, you can answer that. First part may be a bit tough, but okay, I'll close the pounce. I think nobody's gonna pounce there. So team 5.
सो दोनों जो थे ये सेमीफाइनल में एक दूसरे को फेस करने वाले थे, तो इन्होंने टॉस करके डिसाइड किया जो टॉस जीतेगा वो फाइनल खेलेगा, ताकि जो जीते वो फ्रेश रहे फाइनल के लिए। बट प्रकाश नाथ फाइनल हार जाता है और 2001 में वो इंग्लैंड ओपन जीता था गोपीचंद।
ठीक है,
तो
परफेक्ट
ग्लोरी
आंसर।
हो गया।
ये आप साहिल शर्मा का ट्वीट देखे थे क्या? वैसे मैं पूछ रहा हूँ।
हाँ
वहीं से मैंने उठा। So this is they decided to go for a toss rather than fighting for a place in finals, and the greater glory is winning all England championships. So in 2016, an Australian cartoonist, Chris Roy Taylor, made a cartoon depicting a Cricket Australia official asking a boy if he could borrow the watermelon so Chris Gale would be unable to speak. Earlier, this boy was viral on social media who was eating a watermelon during the match. However, this cartoonist faced immediate backlash over the cartoon and eventually had to remove it. So I'll show an image next slide. So why did he want Chris Gale to shut up? So this answer involves a controversial incident related to the player during that time, and why there was a backlash over the cartoon. So I'll just show you an image. It's not like very helpful, but I'll go back to the text. So you have to tell me why did you want Chris Gale to shut up and what was
Who's
the...
direct is it?
Okay, so team 5 had answered, so it's team 2's direct.
One is bouncing.
Team 2, okay, yeah. Okay, so I think nobody's pouncing, so I'll close the pounce. Team 2, go ahead.
For first part, we'll say Chris Gill asked the reporter out on live.
Wait.
75 pounds.
Wait, he said no for team pounds, right?
You didn't pounce, right?
बोला तो उसने.
अच्छा, मुझे लगा कि तूने रिट्रैक्ट कर लिया फिर.
नहीं मैं.
अच्छा सॉरी, मैं तेरा एक्सप्रेशन देखा था, मतलब तू बोल रहा था मना करने के लिए, तो लगा बोल. सॉरी.
नहीं, मैं उसे मना कर रहा था जो तू मेरे को देख रहा था.
अरे गलती से उस समय दिख गया था, मुझे लगा नहीं भेज रहा. भेज. Okay, yeah, team 2 answer.
We'll say he wanted Chris Gill to shut up because he made inappropriate, like he asked out a reporter or something on live TV or something like that. Backlash because of would say
yes.
तो second part ये कि I mean there is a negative connotation associated to blacks eating watermelon.
Okay. So I'll give it to you.
यही था ना Curb Your Enthusiasm वाला.
यही था. So this is Chris Gale flirting with the Australian reporter and the watermelon stereotype, whatever it is. So this is so these are some 5 incidents. These are
पाउंस पे कितना देना है?
पाउंस पे 10 देना है दोनों को. बाउंस पे भी 10 ही देना है.
ठीक. मैं वही पूछ रहा था.
हाँ. So there are some events that occurred on a particular day. However, none of them could garner much attention from media, as all eyes were on another event that had unfolded on the very same afternoon. You have to tell me which event. So see the timeline, and probably you can guess it. And the country. So Arnold Palmer was playing his final round in US Open. FIFA World Cup had commenced. Babe Ruth record was equaled. And all these things. So it is direct to team two.
Bouncing
Right?
5.
Team
Direct नहीं ना.
team one's direct. Yeah, teams one.
5 pounds.
Yeah. So it's an easy question. Probably you all know the answer. I'm saying that. So if you're not bouncing, you'll regret it. So team one's direct. Team two. Are you bouncing? Okay. Team five. I've received teams 5 pounds. Okay. So I think team two is not bouncing. So team one.
So this is the O.J. Simpson card chase.
Yeah. And team 5 gets a -5 because they wrote Princess Diana's death, which was in 97. Yeah. So this at the time of 1990 FIFA World Cup, relations between Italian and English football federations had gone so bad, mostly due to an unfortunate event half a decade ago, that Italian authorities decided to host all the group games of English national team in a location away from mainland Italy. However, England's good performances in the tournament meant that they couldn't continue with their arrangements in the knockout stages. You have to tell me which location and why was this decision made. So think about an unfortunate event half a decade ago from 1990 between Italy and England, which involved Italy and England indirectly. And the location you can guess, it was away from mainland Italy. So I'll accept two answers here on location. And the decision one, I need an explanation.
किसके लिए दो आंसर्स बोला तो?
For location, you can either give me the city or the
अच्छा ठीक
state or something like that. Yeah. So I'll accept two answers there for location. And think about it's a very famous, infamous event, I would say. Unfortunate event half a decade ago between Italy and England. If anybody needs hint, then please ask.
हाँ सेकंड पार्ट के लिए
सेकंड पार्ट के लिए यही सोचो कि जो I'll say that इससे 5 साल पहले एक काफी इनफेमस इवेंट हुआ था इटालियन और इंग्लिश फुटबॉल फैंस के बीच में. चलो मैं इतना बता दे रहा हूँ. फैंस के बीच में. It's you guys would have probably heard of this event, so I'll not say more than that. It's related something. It's related to fans of these teams.
Let's bounce. Team
Who's
one
direct?
will-
Direct किसका?
डायरेक्ट किसका है? पिछला आंसर
Six,
किसने दिया था?
5 का होगा ना तो.
Five,
Let's bounce.
We don't know the answer. You don't need to bounce.
It's been a long quiz, भाई छोड़ दे ये सब.
Are you bouncing?
Yeah, team one.
Okay. Okay. Team 5.
एक सेकंड में मुझे बता रहे. हाँ तो सेकंड पार्ट के लिए कह रहे हैं कि फैंस के बीच में रायट हो गए होंगे 1985 में, इसीलिए
तो ये फैंस के बीच में राइट हो गया था कब?
85 में.
तो 1990 में क्या ये डिसीजन क्यों लिया गया था?
तो उनका मतलब इटालियन फैंस ताकि फैंस स्टेडियम में आ ना पाए, मतलब फिर इंग्लिश फैंस वहाँ पे और फिर से राइट ना कॉज कर दे, ऐसा
अच्छा ठीक है,
इंटरेक्शन ना फैंस का।
अच्छा ठीक है। और लोकेशन?
लोकेशन पे पासिंग।
ओके, टीम 2।
Location, we would say Sicily, and decision basically same as Team 5. They don't want the fans to meet.
Okay, so I'll give 5 points to Team 5 for the decision, but they didn't say one thing, but still I'll give. Uh, the answer is Sardinia or Cagliari, and to prevent English hooligans from entering the mainland Italy in the wake of Heysel Stadium disaster. So Heysel Stadium disaster was between it happened in 1985 European Cup final between the fans of Juventus and Liverpool when Liverpool lost. So like it was a and English teams were banned for 5 years in the European competitions after that.
किसी ने फर्स्ट पार्ट आंसर किया क्या?
नहीं आंसर किया ना, सबने तुम लोगों ने सिसिली बोला,
Did anyone say है सर 5 पॉइंट किस लिए दे रहे हैं तुम? बट
अरे वो ये बोल दिया था ना कि इंग्लिश हूलिगन्स को मेनलैंड इटली में एंटर नहीं करना।
ठीक है,
ठीक है, वैसे भी क्या है, 3 ही लोग तो खेल रहे हैं, पोडियम तो फिनिश मिलेगा ही। So the second last question. So 2 days after winning the gold medal for Indian hockey team at the London Olympics, X, a 3-time gold medalist and a 1-time silver medalist at the Olympics, went to another venue to witness a great from another sport playing his last match. However, this did not last long as he couldn't make a mark that day and X had to return disappointed. So you have to give me X, who was the Indian hockey player, and why was he disappointed?
Whose direct is this?
Team 2.
Team 2 का.
It is also a very easy answer. If you all would have heard of it. At least the second part. And for the first part, I would say that his name does not sound Indian.
Pounds, Team 5.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted someone to pounce.
Direct
one is pouncing.
Okay.
एक सेकंड पहले काउंट बताते हैं। मैंने जो आपने क्या बोला था, कुछ बोला था ना अभी?
Second part is it's very easy. Probably you would all would have heard about this. And the first part, the player from Indian hockey team, his name does not sound Indian. So there's only one name from that time which does not sound Indian, and he's very famous.
Retracting pounds.
Okay. Team 1 has pounced and got a +10. Okay, I'll say one more thing that the player is from Kolkata. इससे नहीं आएगा वैसे, पर ठीक है. Okay, I'll close the pounds. Team 2's direct.
Can I say, Bhaiya?
Yeah, you can say.
So he was disappointed because he was going to watch Bradman's last match. Obviously, he got out for a duck. So
okay.
X, we'll say Dhyan Chand.
Okay. Team 5. Team 5. Any answer?
X के लिए कहते हैं Peter D'Souza, और second part तो Bradman got out on duck on his last match.
Okay, so 5 points to Team 2, and player was Leslie Claudius. And the last question of the quiz. This is probably my favorite question in this quiz. So under Mobutu's regime, Zaire had invested heavily in football in order to qualify for the 1974 FIFA World Cup. Zaire eventually qualified for the World Cup as winners of AFCON. However, their start to the tournament didn't please Mobutu as they lost 2-0 against Scotland. He then stopped further payment to the players. This again led to a 9-0 loss to Yugoslavia because players were demoralized. Then, after this loss, Mobutu became furious with the result and threatened the team that if they lose the final group game against Brazil by more than 3 goals, they won't be allowed to enter the country. So during the game, when Zaire were trailing by 2 goals, Mwepu Ilunga did something brave, albeit bizarre. He later justified his decision by saying that all what he did was to save his and his teammates' life. So what did he do? So I need an explanation. It's a very famous event in football World Cup history. So you need to explain me, just describe the thing. And after this incident, Mobutu lost complete interest in football and switched his interest to another sport and organized its one of the biggest events in the history a few months later. So you have to give me the event.
1 will pounds.
Okay. It's direct to. वैसे is direct to team one only, so you don't need to pound. The second part, I would say, is quite famous. Think about, see the timeline, 1970s, when he lost complete interest in football, and then a few months later, he organized one of the biggest events in the history of that game in his country. What could it have been? And for the first part, I would okay. First part, you just need to explain me what did Ilunga do. So is anybody pouncing? Okay, team one, you just if you want to pounce, you can pounce so that like their direct can also come. If you मतलब pounce करना है तो लिख दो.
Okay, I'll bounce.
Yeah, ठीक है.
थोड़ा टाइम है
हाँ
दीपक
ठीक है.
टाइपिंग
तो फर्स्ट पार्ट के लिए मतलब वो जो किया था उससे ऐसा लग रहा था कि उस प्लेयर को फुटबॉल के रूल्स ही नहीं पता है, ऐसा कुछ बिजार कर दिया था वो. और काफी फेमस है वो वीडियो, देखा होगा शायद कुछ लोगों ने. Yeah, team one is correct. Their answer is correct. So they get +10. So do you know okay, you have to tell me. Okay, leave it. चलो. हाँ, team 5. Any answer?
तो उसने उसने अपने सारे प्लेयर को हाफ लाइन से आगे ले आया होगा, ये सोच के कि फिर ऑफ साइड से गोल नहीं मार पाएगा ओपोनेंट, तो 2-0 से ही हारेंगे वो. तो ये उसको रूल नहीं पता होगा. और दूसरा पार्ट का रंबल इन द जंगल.
ठीक है. और टीम 2?
Devraj, you know this for sure.
No pressure. कुछ भी बोल दो यार. अब लास्ट क्वेश्चन है.
नहीं, अगर सही बोलेंगे तो वो लोग सेकंड आएंगे.
अच्छा, ऐसा स्कोर तो मैं देख ही नहीं रहा हूँ. ऐसा कुछ क्या चल रहा है? अच्छा, इन दोनों के बीच में. ओके. Say something.
We'll pass.
Okay.
अरे फर्स्ट पार्ट में ये है क्या
क्या बोलो
कि वो उसने ओन गोल मार दिया था क्योंकि उसको कंट्री नहीं जाना था वापस.
नहीं, ये नहीं था. वो तो फिर वो उसको मार देते थे. चलो ठीक है, वैसे ये आंसर नहीं था. उसमें वीडियो है एक, दिखाता हूँ वीडियो. तो ये बेसिकली टाइम वेस्ट करना चाह रहा था. वीडियो पे प्ले करके दिखाता हूँ. आवाज अगर नहीं आ रही तो इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है.
During the 1974 finals, Zaire were labelled the clowns of football. But unlike Paul Gascoigne, it was because of their on-field performances. They provided their fair share of classic moments during their 3 games, conceding 14 goals and scoring none. But it was the actions of their right-back Mwepu Ilunga against Brazil which really propelled Zaire amongst the FIFA World Cup moments.
तो यही था वो फ्री किक पे अपने साइड ही मार दिया था उसने ताकि टाइम वेस्ट हो जाए और इससे और इसका इफेक्ट पड़ा भी. ब्राजील स्टिल स्कोर्ड अनदर गोल बट 3-0 से ज्यादा नहीं हो पाया था. तो ये लोग वापस आ गए थे अपने कंट्री में. So that was from my side. हाँ.
Wait, Bro, why did you say that? I know the answer.
ये पेट्रिक रोड में आया था, रिमेम्बर.
अच्छा.
स्पोर्ट्स क्विज में.
That's from that's why I remember the framing the
Right.
content of the
Right. Nice quiz, guys.
Yeah, very nice set.
Nice quiz.
Okay.
Bye.
चलो ठीक है.
Nice quiz.
Bye.
Bye.